This is Mac Payne, founder, owner, and operator of the Vietnam Veteran News Podcast, where we bring you news about the Vietnam War and the brave veterans who served there, as told to you by yours truly, a Vietnam veteran. In this short video, I come to you with news. I have just published another episode over at the Vietnam Veteran News Podcast. This one is number 3334. In that episode, I share with you a story about an event happening in, where else? Myrtleford, Victoria. For all you Vietnam veterans who took an R&R down in Sydney, Australia, Myrtleford sits about 375 miles southwest of Sydney. It's in what we would call the state of Victoria. Sydney is in New South Wales. Myrtleford is in the northeastern part of Victoria. It is a wonderful town. If you ever want to go to Australia and have a nice visit, go to Myrtleford. In this podcast episode number 3334, I share the story about what Myrtleford is doing to host an annual Vietnam Veterans Day in Australia. The event will be conducted by the RSL in Australia. The RSL stands for Returned and Services League. It is very similar to the American Legion in this country, the USA. Being an American Vietnam veteran, I like to keep up with what our fellow Vietnam veterans from other countries are doing. This is a wonderful thing they're doing down there in Australia. In this episode, I share this story about what they are doing down there in Australia for two reasons. Number one, to let you know what they're doing down there. And number two, to give Vietnam veterans in this country something they might consider doing in their area to honor their Vietnam veterans. That's why I recommend you listen to this podcast episode. So not only do you see what they're doing down in Australia, you might get some ideas for celebrations up in this country to honor our Vietnam veterans. I made it quite easy for you to access this podcast episode. You don't have to go to the internet and Google and all those other places and search for it. I have it right here for you. It's quite easy. I've set up 3 easy and quick ways you can get to this podcast episode and start listening ASAP. The first, easiest, and quickest way is to simply scroll down below this 1965 version of a Philco TV set. There, you should find a live link that'll take you straight to podcast episode 3334. If, for some reason, you cannot locate that live link, no worries. As Crocodile Dundee, an Australian, would say, no worries. All you have to do is go to this URL, VietnamVeteranNews.com. Click on episode 3334 and you can start listening immediately. But wait. There's a third way I have set up for you to locate this episode, and it's very easy. If you like to use QR codes, you'll know why. I have created a QR code that'll take you straight to this podcast episode just for you. All you've got to do is take out your cell phone, turn on the camera, point it toward the code, click it, and you'll be listening immediately. It's that easy. So you have no excuse for not listening to this podcast episode. You have 3 easy ways to do it. But before you go to listen to this podcast episode, number 3334, do me a favor. Like this video. The more people who like it, the more likely it will be seen on YouTube, on the internet, and more people will see it. That's what we want. Another way you can help out in that effort is to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That'll get the job done too. So do that, and then go listen to podcast episode 3334. You and I will be glad you did. Here is the QR code. Go for it. Were you able to get that QR code yet? If not, don't worry about it. I'll leave it up there a little while longer, so you will have plenty of time to take out your phone, turn on the camera, point it toward the code, click on the button, and start listening to podcast episode 3334 immediately. So go to it. This is Mac Payne closing out this short video where I let you know about the latest podcast episode over at the Vietnam Veteran News Podcast, number 3334. Please go and listen to it. You'll be glad you did. Thank you for listening. We will talk soon.